kind of muscles you have? No. Bro, what kind of patterns you have? Or is it just aesthetics?
Hello everybody, welcome back to the training every single day. So it's been a little bit less intense today. I'd like it to be more intense, but I wanted to rest the upper body a little bit. And I have an injury on my foot. I cut a little bit of the skin on the top of the foot, and it's probably just going to need to rest it for a day or two. Since I've really got into the movement culture, movements, and really focusing on movement and joint integrity of the joints, integrity of the muscles and the tendons, I've not had really any injury or any pains that aren't, easy to work out, like kind of a technique issue or just needing to spend a little bit of time to rest. The only injuries have been in the past year or over a year have been I cut my hand or I cut my foot. So I'm going to spend, once my foot heals, my hand's already healed and I haven't injured them in quite a while, but I'm going to spend some time on do some martial arts training into some body hardening, where I'm going to try to harden up some of the skin on the top of my foot and around the toes, and then on my hands, around the back of the hands, because the soles of the feet and the palms of my hands are fairly tough just from crawling and walking, but near the fingers and the toes, the in-between parts and the back of the hands, the tops of the feet, they get injured sometimes. So I'm just going to take a little bit of preventative measure. I'll get into some of the niche methods of body hardening that martial artists use, but before I get into that, gobble gobble y'all, the turkeys are coming. So you can leave in the comments what you think happened here. I'll let you know tomorrow in either the cooking video or the training video. Did I A, let the turkeys just have a nice graze, or B, did I get the old shotgun out and have a turkey dinner? But these were the turkeys. They were gobbling, and they didn't actually gobble, they were quite quiet. I didn't notice them. They are the national bird. I think they're turkeys. I'm not a big bird watcher. It might be vultures, but they do look like turkeys and they didn't fly. But back to body hardening, back to training. What I have access to is salt. And the best ways to strengthen the hands and the skin training is you want to use either salt or sand, and you're going to need to expose it to the skin. You can it depends what kind of strength they're going for in the skin to train it for. Like if you're trying to get some harder fist or fingers or knees or whatever, you just want to mimic that attack on the sand. So you'd either punch sand a bunch of times, but I just need the in between the fingers and the back of the hand just to be more resistant to cuts and scrapes. So I'm just going to use the gravel that I have around me and the concrete, and just expose that kind of soft flesh to it in a support fashion, and then a little bit of motion, kind of all different kind of ways that would mimic kind of cuts. Try to get into that sort of hard, quick cuts that I will be trying to avoid. Here, I'm getting into some of the squats with the ball. I do have access to salt, but it would be kind of expensive and a waste of salt just to be using that all day to rub in between my fingers. I'll start off with gravel. You ideally want to start off with something soft like gravel or salt, and then work on not gravel or salt, sand or salt, and then to something a little bit harder and thicker, more have a different texture like gravel or small rocks, and then you get on to just punching concrete and trees and all that. But it's like weight training. Start off with something that you can handle, and then you work your way up into something a little bit more intense. And matter of fact, I actually do have some sand here around the house. So actually, I will be using sand. I just forgot about that, and I walked right by it. There's some sand that we use to weigh down some sandbags, not for working out, just for some other purposes. But here's the nighttime stretching. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And let me know what you guys are training for, what you guys have been working. Are you guys doing body hardening too? All of you? That'd be amazing, but very unlikely. So let me know what you guys do so I can get some inspiration to show you guys some tips. But anyways, thanks for watching all the way to the end.